Hiya, I'm Sarah. This is how to apply your Jamberry wraps. When you order your lovely wraps, they come in an envelope like this, and you pull them out and you can see how many you get for your money. Now, obviously, I really liked these, so I pinched a couple, but each sheet is £15, or you can buy 3 and get one free, and you have enough on this sheet for 2 manicures, 2 pedicures, and 8 or 9 accent wraps, so it's really good value for money. So, moving on to applying the wraps. I'm going to apply these lovely wraps today. I'm going with a floral theme, as you can see, and these were from a wedding expo, but they're really, really beautiful, so I wanted to apply one of those. Excuse my 2 different nails here. I'm trying to make 2 videos today, so this is for an application and this is for a removal, so they don't normally look like this. The other thing to say is that I do have quite shaky hands because I've got a medical condition, but luckily that shows how easy it is to apply the wraps. Right. So the first thing we need to do is you need to prep your nail. So you need to make sure that your cuticle is pushed right down. The further down it goes, the easier it is to apply the wraps, and obviously the nicer they look. It's also a good idea if you need. We do sell this cuticle remover, which really, really helps. And also, it's really good to treat your nails with cuticle oil. Don't put it on just before you're putting the wraps on, because that will stop them sticking, but make sure you use it regularly. Okay, so once you've got your nail prepared like that, what you need to do is you need to get an alcohol wipe, and you need to give it a really good clean, because that gets rid of any oils and any dirt that's hanging onto your nail. So you just give it a good old clean, and then just give it a moment to dry. While you're doing that, you can get your wrap prepared. So as you can see, the wraps come in this shape. Now what you need to do is cut them in half, and this curved half is the half that goes at the bottom of your nail. So you get your scissors and you just go along and you cut them in half like so. The important thing is to make sure that the nail wrap is going to fit your nail exactly. Now what Jamberry have done is put them on this lovely clear backing so that you can hold them up and see which wrap is going to fit perfectly. Now, if you leave a little gap around your cuticles and your skin, then it will make sure that the wrap sticks perfectly and lasts for up to 2 weeks. If you don't leave a gap, it's going to stick to the skin and the cuticle and it's going to come off. You might feel weird with a gap to start with, but honestly, nobody will notice it, and it will make sure that you've got long-lasting nails. So what we do is, we get our orange stick and we poke it under the wrap, and then you make sure it's stuck nicely onto the orange stick. Jamberry then make this amazing mini heater, which I'm just turning on for you. It's really quiet, it's really nice and compact, and it saves time. If you don't have one of these heaters though, you can just use a hairdryer, which works really perfectly well. So once you've got the wrap on your orange stick, what you need to do is put it in front of the heater for 2 to 3 seconds, like that, and then you really carefully place it in the centre of your nail, like so. And then what you need to do is get your orange stick or your cuticle pusher.
For what time?
And you push it. Sorry, that was just Alexa. I'd obviously said something.
5:32 p.m.
I've obviously said something that's making Alexa talk, but we won't worry about her too much. So you just push it down and make sure you've got a really firm pressure on there. And you make sure you go right around the edges and onto the ends of your nail. What you then do is you press it down with your fingers. You don't have to do that bit, but I find finger pressure really, really helps. Different people do it in lots of different ways, but for me, finger pressure seems to help even more than the cuticle pusher. Then you hold it in front of the heater again and let it get a little bit warm. Sorry, my heater's just warming up. I turned it off by mistake during the video. So just let it get a little bit warm, then let it cool down, and then you can either use scissors or clippers. Different consultants and different people use different things. For me, I find the scissors work easier. So what you do is you get your scissors and you just trim as close to the nail as you can, but don't worry about little bits sticking up, because you are going to use a nail file in a minute, so that will sort you out. Right, so then you need 2 kinds of nail files. You need your basic big bog standard one like this, and you need a glass nail file like this. So you start off with your bog standard one, you make sure your nail is now cool, and you give it a quick file. And what will happen is, you'll see that all the ends of the nail are completely coming off, like so. They might take a bit of peeling as well, like this, but they do come off with the nail file. And once you've done that, I find it nice to give it another little heat. I'm probably overheating them, and I'm sure they work perfectly well without that extra heat. But for me, I like to be really, really sure that they're going to stick firmly. So then give it another rub. Make sure it's on firmly, like so. And then you get your nail file, and you do a basic file along the ends. And then what you need to do to make sure that you get no peeling on the end of the wrap is if you do filing at a 45-degree angle and just get rid of very slightly the wrap along the end of your nail, you'll find that you get no peeling and the wrap stays exactly where you want it to stay. So there we are. That's how easy it is to apply a Jamberry wrap.